Nursing is a cult, and I feel like this video is going to be very insightful. Please subscribe. First of all, a lot of people are not going to understand what it feels like to be a nurse until you're actually in it. Like, even when I was a student nurse and I was following my preceptor, I still didn't get it. Like, you really don't get it until it's your name on those 5, 6, 7, 8 patients. Like, you just don't get it until it's your name on the line. I was a student nurse with a preceptor in clinicals. My preceptor would complain all the time, and I was like, why are you complaining all the time? Like, why are you complaining? Like, her and then her colleagues, they would complain like, oh my goodness, this is too much, this is too much. And as a student nurse, I didn't understand, because in my head, nurses get paid good money. You only work 3 days a week. I just didn't understand it. And I was like, you have 12 whole hours, 12 whole hours. Like, you have nothing but time. Like, figure it out. I remember one day there was this patient, and he had eye drops due, and my preceptor was supposed to give the eye drops, and she was so frustrated. He would not lean back to get the eye drops. He wanted her to give him the eye drops while he was sitting at a 90-degree angle. And she was so frustrated. She was like, how am I supposed to give him the eye drops? And he's sitting at a 90-degree angle. Like, and once you're finally a nurse, it's kind of like a cult. It's kind of like a cult, because the people on the outside, the patients family members, random people, they'll tell you like, oh, nurses are mean. They'll tell you they get paid the big bucks. This is what they signed up for. But nobody really signs up to get abused. Nobody really signs up to be a scapegoat every single day. Like, nobody signs up for that type of job, in my opinion. And at first, from the outside looking in, it's very, very good money, until you realize, wait a minute, I have a patient that has monkeypox, and he wants me in the room every 5 minutes. He's hitting the call bell. I have a patient who has diarrhea, and they keep pooping themselves, but they can walk to the bathroom, but they decide to stay in the bed and they keep pooping on themselves. I have a patient that's cussing me out, but he wants to stay in the hospital, but he won't take his medications, and I have to beg him. I have a patient that's confused and trying to fall out of the bed, and if they fall, the nurse is going to be thrown under the bus. But I'm just one person, and I can't be in this room all day. All of that is going at the same time. Also, everything becomes the nurse's job. The role expands so that almost anything can become the nurse's job. If a doctor forgets to put in the order, he might call you and tell you, hey, put in this order for me because I'm busy right now. Dietary forgets to bring a patient's tray, you need to go downstairs past the 2 flights of stairs, and you need to get that patient their tray. Patient needs to be transferred. The hospital is calling you on the phone. And it was even one time I remember asking, like, there was a patient that needed to be transferred, and they were asking me all these questions, and I was like, are you sure nursing is supposed to do that? And they're like, yeah, nurses can do that. Yeah, you're the nurse. And I'm like, please, I'm begging you, please just ask the doctor, please. I have 5 other patients right now, and they're all hitting their call bells. And every other specialty, they just get to be like, oh, well, let me call the nurse. Let me call the nurse. Let me call the nurse. I'll get your nurse. Patient needs water, and the doctor's in the room. Don't worry. Let me get your nurse. The job never ends. And then I used to get 6 patients every day, so let's just throw in another patient. There's another patient, and he wants his enema. He wants the enema. He said he ain't pooped in 3 days, and he usually poop every day. He wants his enema, and he wants his enema right now. He wants his enema right this second. This enema needs to be administered. He's very serious about it. So it seems like a lot of money until you're actually in it, and you're grabbing blood from infectious patients. Family members are screaming at you. Patients throwing pee, piss, shit, everything that can be thrown, they're throwing it at you. It seems like a lot of money, and then you realize, hey, I don't think this is worth it. I think I can get the same amount of pay being an accountant. I remember completed my 6 weeks of orientation on the floor, and then the manager, the assistant manager, my preceptor, and the nurse educator, they asked me, so are you ready to go on the floor? You completed your 6 weeks of orientation. And I was like, no, I'm not ready to get back on the floor because I feel so overstimulated. It's too much. It's like too much of everything. Everything is everywhere. Like, this is over. Like, this is too much for me. And they were like, that's nursing. Like, what are you talking about? That's nursing. Like, what? And I was so shocked. I was like, this is the reality. And once you start realizing that you're already so deep into it, one of the reasons why I say nursing feels like a cult is because I feel like my whole life revolves around nursing. Like, when I'm finished working my 3 days a week, I'm recuperating in bed and I'm reliving and rethinking about all the things I could have done better, or I'm rethinking about how this shift just traumatized me and drained me, and how I don't want to be back again for my next shift. Like, I'm just thinking about it. Like, that's what I'm thinking about on my days off. I thought that I'd be able to turn off my brain. No, I feel like my whole life revolves around nursing. I'm thinking about ways to make nursing feel better. I'm like, do I need to buy more clothes so I do less laundry on my days off? More nursing clothes. Like, I'm thinking about what I could have done better as a nurse, what I did wrong, how I could have communicated better, how I could have advocated better for my patients, the near misses I had, like things like that. And if you take a vacation and you come back, it feels like you have to build up that tolerance for suffering again. It's like your tolerance for suffering has gone down. So it feels so unbearable after you come back from vacation. So I don't take a vacation. I don't use my PTO for more than 5 days straight, because if I come back, I'm not going to be able to tolerate the BS that I'm coming to deal with. It's going to feel too much.